Have you ever looked at a piece of vacant land and thought, I'll just hold on to it a little longer? It's one of the most common decisions landowners make, and sometimes it works out. But sometimes the waiting game costs more than people realize. Let me tell you a story. A landowner inherited a small parcel of land several years ago. It wasn't causing any major problems, so they decided to keep it. Their thinking was simple. Land isn't eating anything. Maybe it'll be worth more next year. There's no rush to sell. So they waited, and then they waited some more. Every year, property tax notices arrived, nothing dramatic, just enough to be annoying. There were occasional questions from family members about what should be done with the property. There was paperwork to keep track of. And every so often, they would check land values online, hoping to see a huge jump in price, but the big increase never came. Years passed. The property sat exactly where it was, unused, unimproved, generating no income. Meanwhile, the owner continued paying taxes and spending time thinking about a piece of land that wasn't helping them achieve any of their goals. This is something many vacant landowners don't consider. When people think about investment returns, they often focus only on potential future value. But there's another factor, opportunity cost. Opportunity cost is what you give up by keeping money tied up in one asset instead of using it somewhere else. For example, imagine a piece of land worth $20,000. If it sits for 10 years without significant appreciation, that's 10 years the owner couldn't use that money for something else, maybe paying off debt, maybe helping family, maybe investing in a business, maybe taking a dream vacation, or simply removing a responsibility they've been carrying around for years. Now, this doesn't mean every piece of land should be sold, far from it. Some properties have long-term plans attached to them. Some have sentimental value, some are actively being developed. But many owners are holding land for one reason: they're waiting for the perfect time. The challenge is that the perfect time rarely announces itself. Years can slip by while owners wait for conditions that may never arrive. And during that time, taxes, maintenance concerns, and uncertainty continue. That's why it's worth asking yourself a simple question. What is this land actually doing for me right now? Is it helping you move toward your goals? Or is it simply something you've held on to because you've always had it? Sometimes the most valuable decision isn't waiting longer. Sometimes it's creating clarity, whether that means keeping the land with a clear purpose or exploring options to sell it and move on. Because the true cost of vacant land isn't always measured in dollars, sometimes it's measured in years. Years spent waiting, years spent wondering, years spent putting off a decision. And once those years are gone, you can't get them back. So here's the question: does this change how you think about your land? If you've been holding vacant land and wondering what your options are, visit LarryBuysLand.com to learn more and see what your property could be worth.